Now, when we look at the entire picture of ourselves, we must consider all of it. So let's start with the source of life. Now, people have many names for this. Some call it your spirit, or your creator's connection, or your likeness of God, or your source energy. But I'll just call it your soul. Let's say this is your soul. So let's say this is all that is. This is literally connected to our soul and everything else. People have many names for this too. Some call it source energy, or the creator, or the universe, or infinite intelligence, or the divine. But I'll just call it God. Now, this is not religious, just a word that represents the power of life, which is undeniable, but ignored by many. So let's just say this is God. So let's say this is your body. And this is how you have your physical experience and the means we use for action. So let's say this is your mind. But also your mind can be divided into two parts. Let's look at the first part of your mind. People have many names for this as well. Some call it your conscious mind, or your thought awareness, or your thinking mind. But I'll just call it your story. So let's say this is your story. Let's look at the second part of our mind. People have many names for this as well. Some call it our subconscious mind, or your paradigms, or your beliefs. But I'll just call it your truth. So let's say this is your truth. Then let's say this is your five senses. And this is how you interpret your physical experience. Then let's say this is your emotion. And this is how you feel everything from fear to love. Now let's say this is what you call your vibration. And this is your chosen energy of your being at any given moment. Then let's say this is the action you take in life. And this is when you interact with the world around you. Now let's say this is your free will signal. And this is your chosen energy of your being going out into the world at any given moment. So let's say this is your results. And this is what returns to you in the form of your physical experience via your five senses. Now let's say this is coming in from God and your soul. Now people have many names for this too. Some call it your sixth sense, or your intuition, or your conscience. But I'll just call it your inspiration. So let's just say this is your inspiration. Now this is the entire picture of who we really are. We are so much more than most of us think we are.